Hi, and welcome to Life is Good Today. Over the years, I've worked with thousands of people, taught a seminar for almost 20 years, and in teaching the seminar, I learned a whole lot. And what I learned about communication is, after teaching a while, I learned that I had to change my attitude, that it wasn't my job to fix anybody. It wasn't my job to change anybody. My job is to be a resource to people. So I'm with someone, it's, you know what, they're okay the way they are. Now, I agree or disagree with that. I can accept that that's the way they are. I don't have to deal with them in areas where there's dysfunction, but I don't need to judge them and I don't need to fix them. And, you think about your own life, the last thing you want is somebody fixing you. And so if you go in with an attitude that you're fixing someone, and this doesn't matter if it's in a marriage or with your kids or whatever, the underlying message you're sending to the other person is they aren't okay the way they are. Well, gosh, don't we all love that, to feel like people are looking down on you and judging you? The next thing is if they aren't ready to change, they aren't going to change. I look at my own life. There was periods of my life where my behavior was a lot to be desired. I mean, it was me against the world. I was drinking, a lot of different things. And you know what? I wasn't ready to change. And so when somebody be preaching to me or telling me I need to do something, all they really did is became my next excuse. And that's one of the things I learned in communication is I don't want to be somebody's next excuse. So I really don't want to get in an argument about how they ought to be, or because that's about me. They get to decide for themselves who they want to be. Are they the best version of who they are right now? And if that's it, great. You know what? Then celebrate that. And if they're miserable and they aren't going to change, then great. Learn how to celebrate that, because if you aren't going to change, why not, just decide that, you know what, I'm going to blow myself up and I'm not going to change. So then I might as well enjoy that. And so in communication and relationships, this is really critical, is how do you learn to accept the person for who they are? Doesn't mean accepting their behavior, but it's not about your job to fix them or to tell them they ought to be different. Is if anything, you'd be a resource and inspire them to want to do something different in their life. And that's the greatest challenge in the world. And when I'm coaching people, this is one of the greatest obstacles to get past. It probably takes 6 months of coaching before people figure out I'm not there to judge them, because their whole life they've been judged by other people. And, you look in our country this year is, we talk about bipartisan and all this stuff, and it really isn't about that. It's about issues running really deep and in control and money and all those different things. And so we argue about, what really isn't the argument, because the truth is, if we wanted to resolve all that stuff, it'd be done by now. So there's other reasons it's in there. And so if somebody's doing, when I was drinking, you know what? It might have looked destructive to other people, and it was destructive to me, but at that time, I needed an outlet, and I needed somewhere to deal with my feelings. You know what? I quit drinking. I switched it to food. Now I eat my feelings. Not about being perfect. It's just about change. And so, you might want to think about in your relationships, where are you hung up? Where are you judging other people? Who are you trying to fix? And just know that when you try to fix them, you become their next excuse. They're talking about you. Oh my God, what a pain in the butt. Always on me about changing, so you become their next excuse. At that point, you're not a resource. So the idea is, how do you become a resource to people and inspire them through your actions and through your acceptance, that they start to fight for themselves instead of fighting against you? And so that's the word of today. Become a better communicator and see if you can improve your relationships, see if you can improve as you do this, and it's a win-win proposition. You get to become a better person, and they get to become a better person. That's a pretty cool deal. So life is good today. It's the only day we got. I'm going to make the most of it. I hope you do too. and I'll be talking to you real soon. Hey, have a great day. Bye-bye.